Um, just have a quick little disclaimer. Off camera, I did a few things, of course, which I mentioned in my last video, but I didn't exactly go into what these things were. So I made a repair tool. Made a laser cutter, and explored the two, and then I explored the crash ship. Um, so yeah, that's what I did off camera. And I found an alien artifact. You can, if you guys want me to, tell me if you guys want me to, yeah. And if you do, tell me that you want me to. I will and can go to do more exploring of those tools. Okay, so, right, I was heading back. Oh, wait, what was I doing? Enameled glass. So I was looking for lead, which, okay, so yeah, just gonna find any lead down here. Or no, wait. Oh, right, I was trying to go to a, alien artifact place. So, right. Okay, right. For some reason I need to like put in some of this stuff. Okay, right. So let me just go back up to the sea truck, which is weird. Alright, so alright, let's do this. Where do I go from here? So the answer is this is the wrong one. Sorry. The wrong one. Alien artifact Q meant 100 or whatever. That's what I'm trying to go to. But it's not right there where I'm at. So it is time to start looking around for other different molecules, for other little old things and stuff. Alright, I've got to find a cave system somewhere. And when I was first coming from it, I came at it from my base. So it's gonna be like a cave system somewhere over here. It could be somewhere. No, it isn't. Oh well. So instead, we're going to go back to. Right, we need diamonds, and we need 2 diamonds. Well, we need 3 diamonds in total, so we might as well just grab all 3 diamonds while we're there. And then, I think I know where to go from there. So, we need 3 diamonds, which means I need to find that one place that we were at in the previous time. Where is the area that I'm looking for? I don't even remember where the zone is. I'm trying to get back to the place where the Choliceret was. Speaking of the Choliceret, let's actually, before we go there, let's just see if it's around here. But yeah. Right, we're going back to my base because I need to review some things with you all, like some audio tapes that I found from the Mercury 2 crash. It will pretty much give us the full story of what happened to them.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Can you turn that down a little? Gabby, can you turn that down?
I just did too.
So, this thing is scary. Okay, right. So, logs and communications, Mercury 2.
My instincts are never wrong. Stefanos has always been overly cautious. He hates taking risks, which I suppose is understandable when you're in the back end of the galaxy. But no risk, no reward. Elliot finds evidence of alien architecture on a completely uncharted planet, and he expects me to ignore that? Huh. Orion's belt, I would be an absolute fool. We've done some scans, and while there aren't a lot of mineral resources on this planet, there is decent biodiversity. Teams go out in the morning. There should be a significant specimen and sample haul for biopatenting, which will be split among the crew as part of the discovery clause. Let's see Stefanos and everyone else complain when they have a few more Soul Transgov credits in their uniform pockets. They'll learn to trust my instincts at some point.
I can only do repairs in spurts. It's so inefficient. The larger tools seem to set off seismic activity nearby. A crew came back telling stories of gigantic worms burrowing in the ice. I don't know what they were going on about. They were hypothermic and frostbitten because they walked back to avoid angering them. The ice shelf is probably a bit unstable and they got disoriented or something. To borrow from Diana, Orion's belt thermocouplings are not meant to be worked on in 20-minute spurts. If we break the process, we'll break the ship. But it's nice to hang out with Yasmin while we wait for the rumbles to stop. I hope she doesn't mind all my questions. I love hearing her voice. Her face lights up, and she's got the most expressive eyebrows. They're practically acrobats. The way she looks when talking about nuclear engineering is the same way I look at my grandmother's tamales. The woman never sits down, though. She told me that she used to do decathlon in college, and I believe it. She's like a bouncy ball, just all over the place. She makes rounds on the ship every day to see if people need help. I should do something nice for her. She's always helping everyone else. I wish I had a fraction of her energy. Well, we landed safely, despite my apprehension. Diana, damned adrenaline junkie, took one of her defining risks and paid off. Why hire me as the maintenance engineering officer if you aren't going to listen to their advice? Baba, I didn't go to school for 8 years and get 3 degrees for nothing. I tried to convince Diana that we don't need to stop for repairs. That's what the drift drive and the secondary propulsion system are for. Just a bit slower. But she's in charge, not me. On the plus side, I get to work with Yasmin. I didn't know she was such a busybody. She's been going around the whole ship giving folks a hand. I think she was getting on Diana's nerves, so she assigned Yasmin to me. She's helping me inspect and repair the thruster systems. I thought I was the most mechanically inclined person on the ship, but I think she has me beat. She can definitely teach me a thing or two, as long as I don't get too distracted by her smile. She's got the best smile.
We need to get off this planet. I mean, the morning started off so well. I took a team of 6 out to find the structures from the planetary scans. We were all in high spirits. I mean, who wouldn't be? These structures would be clues to another sentient race. It was highly unlikely that another colony would be out this far. We were going to be in the freaking history books. Everything was going okay. We were a few miles from the ship when our radios picked up an actual signal. It sounded like an SOS.
Oh, that must have
We
been
got overly excited naturally and decided to enter the water to follow it.
things.
That decision cost 3 lives. I mean, half my team. They got ripped to shreds by
Word shark. I just
something. They died screaming, alone in the cold, dark waters. I'm not going back in that godforsaken ocean again. I refuse. Some of the animals on this planet, they look sick too. Weird pustules on the skin, oddly sluggish.
Kara,
I think we should leave.
the virus.
But Diana said we should stay. She thinks the biopath payoffs will be worth it, but those families will never see their loved ones again. They don't care about no payoffs. We can't return the bodies. I don't care about the accolades or the history books. I just want to see Layla and the kids. Man. I miss the smell of my wife's hair. The kids tackling me at the door again. That's all I want. To get out of here alive. Please.
I finished the reactor checks. We dumped a ton of runoff, and we don't need the rods melting down. Then I helped with the scavenging, chopped some veggies with the cooks, and tried to help Diana, but she sent me down to engineering with Stefanos. I've been working with him the last few days. Stefanos, how to describe Stefanos? He's by far the most thorough engineer I've worked with, and no ego. He never leaves a job undone, no matter how late it is. I've never seen him awake before 11, and he always greets me by saying, Kalimera, Yasmin, in the sleepiest drawl. Not a morning person, that one. He listens with the slightest smile on his face and twirls this stray curl by his ear. He asks a billion questions, but I don't mind. He surprised me today. There's an empty room on the bridge, just a spot of negative space in the ship. He set a picnic there and said I need to relax. He even called me a busybody. There were these crazy glowing fungus things he found to set the ambiance. The most exciting part though, drum roll, he can jailbreak fabricators. He made a small batch of traditional Grecian dishes. But the craziest part, he managed to make a suitable falafel for me.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see a good falafel.
Green light card.
Yeah.
Deep space. Alhamdulillah. The cold
I do.
genius, that one. This planet may be a cold mistress, but maybe it isn't so
I
bad.
don't know if you can take there or would your green light card work? Did you try it last time?
I don't think it will, but I did not try.
I mean,
So,
the morning started off so well. I took a team of 6 out to find the structure.
Brian's belt missile went sideways.
okay.
I know that so much would go wrong. I failed my crew. No,
Sorry to annoy you.
I don't fail. I didn't get into this position by being a failure. It's this desolate land, frigid, cursed. Between these tunneling creatures, a strange sickness that a few of the crew are showing symptoms of, we have to leave at first
We
light.
will.
We are prepping for a rapid takeoff. We can't take chances with the vibrations drawing the tunnelers. So we're skipping the systems check. Risky. But I have faith in myself and the crew of the Mercury. Landing this thing was practically a miracle, though. But we have to get out of here. Maybe the weapon is to keep people away. But if we leave, it'll let us go. I have to leave the quarantined crew in the cave behind. We will be back for them. But we can't risk an unknown infection spreading through the Mercury. We're packing survival kits for them, but there's only enough surplus for about 2 weeks. I'm telling them that we will come back. But I don't think I can land here safely twice. I hate this. But I have to leave them behind. I can't risk the entirety of the Mercury.
I'm alive. Stefanos saved me. The Mercury attempted an emergency takeoff and everything seemed fine. I was helping the bridge crew with the emergency takeoff since the crew is, well, was short-handed because of everything. I heard the sound of metal tearing and for a split second, everything was tinged bright green and unbearably hot. Then I saw daylight and I was looking down at the ocean and ice. The strongest wind I've ever felt roared in my ears, ripping through the ship. People went flying out the side of the Mercury, so much screaming and chaos. I was lucky. I had just clicked into my seating car. Stefanos came out of nowhere like a malaika, an angel. I felt his rough, calloused hand grasp mine with the gentlest of urgency. It felt like time slowed. He said, "I gotcha. Just follow me, Ella." I don't know how, but he used an emergency tether to drag me to the nuclear reactor core, the strongest bulkhead in the ship. We hit the water and everything went black. He's sleeping. I think he might have hit his head. I'm exhausted. The adrenaline has long since worn off and my body aches. I think I might have fractured the rib. I'm gonna shut my eyes for a bit. When I wake up, I'll figure this out. I'll save us.
And that's all the records from I have to go, but next time I will definitely do a lot more than just listen to some audio tapes. Bye. Bye.